All right, Erin asked for a tour of the new office space, so let me provide that now. That's Yumiko's room back there. She's in there right now. Let's take a look. Okay, here at the top of the stairs, there's this drink area here that Yumiko made. It's got a little refrigerator full of Japanese oyocha, Perrier, and some milk for frothing up cappuccinos. Yeah, Yumiko got this nice cappuccino maker for the upstairs area. And various and sundries, cups, etc. Lots of teas, extras, drinks down there, snacks. Little Dr. Johnson bit there. That's Yumiko's room right in there. You can just peek in there. She's busy. Hi, Yumiko. And there's Emily's room right there. She's away in Irvine this weekend. And this is my space over here. I've got a little gate on it to keep the dogs in because this one gets a little like, territorial and he'll attack people as they walk past. Right, Rudy? Yeah, it's his bed right there. And here is my space. I'll give you a little show and tell. Let's go on inside. Now, beginning over here, this is the shipping center slash journaling area. So I've actually found this beautiful roll top desk sitting by the side of the road. I went in, knocked on the door of the house in front of it, and they said, sure, it's there for free, take it away. So I was able to take it apart and bring it back, and it's got all kinds of great little drawers here and there for all the different things for shipping. These are all like, cards to send people when people buy books online. I can send them a card, a little message. Business cards are in here, and various and sundries other things, envelopes, all that kind of stuff. Up here, some memories from my time in Ventura. There's a firefighter. There's a Ventura City Hall, and the fire team made this for me. Remember that because I used to enjoy the stacked rocks at the beach there. Ventura Fire, Life, Property, Environment, and EnerGov, DHD. Those are the two applications that we were working on that I was the project manager for. And there's me. And then over here, picture of my mom. Nice little library style lamp. This was a present from the director of the Parks Group at Ventura. This is an owl that lives in the tree behind City Hall. She gave that to me. The photo is by my coworker, Dawn. Isn't that nice? And then over here, this is where I keep all of the books that I ship out. So all of the various books that I've written. We're looking out for number 1. The Good Life is here. Freeway Bible Study is there. And then I'm all out of Going Alone. I have to order more copies to ship. And then this is my memento mori, my death clock. It counts down all of the weeks of my life until I'm dead. Each dot represents a single week. This is how many I've gone through so far out of 90 years. So the last week will stop before I die. Not much time left. Can't be wasting it. Oh, and then this is my journal. This is what I do. I do every day. I do a journal entries, and this actually lives up here in this slot right there, and then the pin goes there. That's a daily requirement. My little spear gun from back in the day when I used to take life. And then back over here, still keeping close watch on me. This is my room. Let's take a look. Got some nice windows here. I can look out the window and see the mountains over there. It's very pretty. Over here, this is it's all been carefully choreographed so that when I'm having meetings, there's a really nice background. So this is a boat that I made back in the 90s. I just went down to the lumber store and bought some wood, some mahogany and pine, and just built this out of my head. It's a time capsule tool. It's hollow on the inside, and it's got all kinds of treasures in there, including a note on very good paper that will last a long time. It's got a nice, I made this cast lead keel. I'm very proud of the effort I did with being able to secure it without actually having any evidence of joinery. The boat does sail. It's all the rigging is workable. Made and stained these sails in tea. You can see it's got this complex rigging up here. I really need to dust that a little bit, but you can adjust these, what are they called? Sheets here. And it goes back and forth. The rudder works. Nice mahogany baseboard. Over here, here's my beautiful NIV Bible, because I do my daily Bible study in the morning. I'm currently at just finished this morning, Isaiah 14. Tomorrow morning I'll be on Isaiah 15. Just above that, strategically placed, is this beautiful painting of a monk on his on a beach before the great emptiness. Harkening back to my own concept of the great indifference in my books. Here's my diploma from Humboldt State University for speech communication, and my diploma from Chaffey College for biology. And then over here, here's just a display shelf, an old Japanese folding lantern for travelers, sitting there kimono. It actually folds up. If you ever saw that video I did with Emily in the Haunted Bridge, this is the lantern that I took that she and I had. There's a copy of the book. By the way, all of my covers on my books are all of the art is done by Emily. And that's a statue of me that was made by Nandamo guy. Some of you may remember that from back in the day. He actually made that. He did a great job. Even the backpack looks the same. The old softy papa. And then there's some pictures. This is in terms of literature, and here's a dog. There's Ollie and his foot. Hi, Ollie. This is my treasured collection of the complete works of Dr. Samuel Johnson that I'm going to start reading. I'm currently reading The Life of Johnson by James Boswell, and I should have that done by the end of May. And then at what point I will start reading this complete set. I'm going to read the whole darn thing. These books are 198 years old. It'll probably take me a year to get through all of these. Very excited to begin these. 12 volumes. Got to handle them with care. And I did outfit the room with a really nice Sonos system. 3 speakers throughout the room. And I told the story that I was there. And these companies came into fruition, or was dreamed of. It was brought from a glimmer from John McFarlane's eye on a balcony in Santa Barbara one night over beers. And he told me someday, didn't tell just me, he was telling the group of us on the balcony, someday I'm going to create a company that's going to revolutionize home audio. And here it is, Sonos. Now this is my seating area. This is also where I do all of my morning Good Life meditations. So I've got this set up. I shipped out the last Going Alone. So I don't have any Going Alone there. So I've got a copy of the Good Life. There's my Daruma, stern and gaze, and endeavoring. This is the first photo of Yumiko and I ever in my little motorhome in Humboldt. That's always been on my desk. Every job I've ever had, all my life, since I started, since I had the idea to frame it and put it on my desk. Nice, very comfortable area. See another Sonos there. This is the microphone, the wireless mic, so that I can make the videos. I'm currently reading this book in the chair in the evenings, in addition to The Life of Johnson. I've got this tripod all set up with a wireless connection. This is also the same tripod that I carried with me on all my adventures in Japan, hiking through the mountains. This tripod's been everywhere. It's also been everywhere in the desert with me. It's got a lot of battle scars. Great, Manfrotto makes great products. Got a little ottoman. This is my wall of inspiration. These are the centerpiece authors of my life. We've got Ralph Waldo Emerson here. Henry David Thoreau, his protege, in the seat of honor there. John Steinbeck, Nathaniel Hawthorne. By the way, I've been to all of their graves except, across the top there, except for Steinbeck. I haven't been to his grave, but I've been to their graves. It's easy because they're all in the same cemetery. And this is Dr. Samuel Johnson, the aforementioned Johnson, who is the only author that has 2 pictures in my library. Fyodor Dostoevsky, of course, author of The Idiot, Crime and Punishment, and others. And there's Nathaniel Hawthorne. My favorite, this is the one that for pure pleasure, his writing is my favorite. And then I have Carl Sagan up here. And then there's the inimitable Christopher Hitchens, added not so much for literary accomplishment. I don't think that I've actually read any of his books, but I sure do love to listen to him speak. Well, he's passed now, but I did. And this is in the back of every one of my books. There's a recommended reading list of 18 books that I recommend, because I added that because people would ask me, Kurt, for further reading after reading Going Alone, well, what else is there that's of a like similar to that? And so I assembled a list and I ordered them in the order in which I would recommend them to be read. And these are these 18 books right here in that order. So we've got Henry David Thoreau's Walden, Cosmos by Carl Sagan, The Scarlet Letter, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, Moby Dick, the Enchiridion, Discourses of Epictetus, of which the Enchiridion is inside, The Grapes of Wrath, Epistles of Seneca, Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson, The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins, The House of the Seven Gables, that's the book. Thank you, Mr. Hawthorne, I've read that so many times. Pilgrim at Tinker Creek, the only woman in the list, unfortunately. I wish I had more. This is the Torah with Rashi commentary. Very important to get, because I do have the Holy Bible is right here. This is the King James edition, but the Torah, of course, is the first 5 books of the Bible, but I wanted to get it with the commentary of the great Rabbi Rashi. You can see his name right there. So I recommend that first. So you read that, you get Rashi's take on things, and then you read the Bible, and then you see the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Old Testament with Rashi's comments in frame of mind. Then we have the Enuma Elish, the 7 tablets of the history of creation, for a perspective on where some of these ideas came from in prehistory, or not, is it prehistory? And then the Code of Hammurabi, another earlier code of which some of the biblical codes may be based. Finishing with Lucretius's on the nature of the universe, and then lastly, tackle Aristotle for last on his treatise. This is actually 5 books in one on Man and the Universe by Aristotle. I put Aristotle last because I struggled all my life to read Aristotle. It's very hard to read, especially the Nickelodeon, whatever it is, the Ethics. He's named after his son. It's not Nickelodeon. Whatever the heck. Hold on, what is it? His book of ethics is pretty, there it is. The Nicomachean Ethics. It's very important, but it's very difficult to read. So I figured I'd add that to the end to be something to be read a little later in life, especially after having all these experiences. Got some important statuary. That's a statue that I brought back from Japan the first time and gave to my dad, sat on his shelf for a long time. This is Daruma, given to me by a man, a farmer way up in the mountains, who took me on a tour. You can see Daruma's typical body here, his face, his nose, his eyes. It's just a river stone. That's Daruma there too. And then this is my workstation. And I have nice 4K monitors for a good use, good real estate. And then these buttons over here, this is my Stream Deck, controls all kinds of sounds. And I have buttons over here for lights. Watch, push a button and the light comes on. And this one over here, if I turn it on, here we go, tick. And I use these when I'm in meetings, and I can control the brightness from this command center as well. Great. And when I'm reading at my desk, I do have this nice setup. This is a desert rock from deep in the mountains. Wherever this is pointing, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I have my microphone here. Just pull it out, and I'm ready to go for my meetings. All right. Nice little setup there. And this is a standing desk, so you can raise it up and lower it down as needed. Okay, I think that's it. Dogs are still fast asleep. Rudy, doing good? Good little boy. Yeah. Don't bite me. Okay, well, there you go. There's my little space. This is my little home within home. As Emerson once said. That's Emerson right there. The wise man stays at home. Take care.